Sidebar, guys, we place the limitations on our lives and we give other people the authority. We put other people on a throne when we make their opinions and thoughts more valuable than our own. Okay? So let's go ahead and jump into this comment section video reply. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Here I am again with another comment section video reply. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump all in there. Great ways to support the channel is, of course, to like the video. So go ahead and hit that like button if you want to see more comment section reply videos. All right, and definitely hit the like button if this channel does something for you because it pushes the content out. All right, so let's go ahead into the survivor's questions. And she says, the main difficulty with a covert narcissist-ish is the people in your environment do not understand what you are going through. Instead of helping, they push you much deeper. Because of that, I can't heal. I only can isolate myself, stay home all by myself. I can't even stand people anymore. Okay. So, this survivor is definitely feeling, the weight of her traumas. And, she's feeling like she doesn't have people to turn to. And often this is a reason why most people end up coming to coaching. Like, I have no one in my waking life that I feel like I can really talk to or even want to talk to, you know. And most survivors feel like, other people just don't understand. And that's typically the case, unless they've experienced it or they have a psychology degree or a good understanding of psychology or just narcissistic abuse. All right. And even some of the people, the professionals that do have great understandings of psychologies do not have that understanding of narcissistic abuse. All right. That one is highly understudied. So we need to do a lot more to bring out awareness. All right. But I don't want to digress here. So let's go ahead and break down the things that this survivor is saying. And I highly recommend that you check out my motivational playlist for survivors of narcissistic abuse. Because right now, this sounds very defeated, very oppressed, and very depressed. So, going into a playlist like that will help to begin to help you shift your perceptions. And then, hanging around a channel like this is going to definitely help increase your emotional maturity because that's certainly what needs to be happening right off the rip here. All right, because you're still giving up your control a lot. So let's just go through this. She said the main difficulty with a covert, there's a lot of typos in here too. I'm just going to go ahead and say that, but I'm going to go ahead and correct that. She says, the main difficulty with covert narcissists is the people in your environment do not understand what you are going through. And you know what? You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that because when you're not, you're still seeking that external validation. And that goes for all survivors out there. All too often, and I understand the human aspect of that. I understand the emotional side of it because oftentimes, in that relationship with a narcissist, they're certainly not validating us. And in the end, they're certainly not helping to give us that closure per se. So what do we want to do next in our emotions? We want to try to go to our friends and family. We want to tell them the situation. We want them to be a soft place to fall, a shoulder to lean on. And when they don't understand, we're feeling further slighted, like, okay, wait a minute, I just went through this horrible experience with this person, and now I can't even get that cushion from my friends and family. And here's the thing. The facts are most people will not understand this unless they've gone through it. And then some of the people who've gone through it still don't understand it because they're confused about it, okay? But that's okay because what the universe wants you to realize is You now need to be your support system. You now need to be your soft place to fall, your shoulder to lean on. You need to be your best friend. You need to comfort yourself. You need to validate your own experiences. You need to validate your own truth and stand in it. See, once you're doing that, it doesn't matter what other people understand, what other people think, what other people are perceiving of the situation. It doesn't matter at that point. Because I know what it is and I know what it wasn't. Because I'm the one who's walking in those shoes. I'm the one who experienced it. And from an emotional maturity standpoint, I don't expect everybody to understand my walk and my journey and my experiences. They're mine. And if they're not having the same experiences, how can I expect them to fully understand it? Okay? So it's okay that those people do not understand what you're going through. You're the one that needs to understand it. You're the one that needs to heal and grow from it. You're the one that needs to take those lessons, not them. So when we let go of the need to have the validation from them, it's going to be very helpful to you. All right, so let's go on to the next thing. Instead of helping, they push you much deeper. They're only able to do that, yet again, push you deeper into depression, deeper into the darkness, deeper into the negativity. They're only able to do that because you're inviting them into the situation. You're inviting their opinions. You're inviting their thoughts. You're inviting their approval or their lack of approval, their understanding, their lack of understanding, their mind frames. You're inviting their energy into the situation. All right, so that's how they're able to push you deeper, because you're giving them that authority, okay? So the next thing that's said here is, because of that, I can't heal. And you're right. Because you're taking that approach, because it's set up that way, that it's still being external, you're still being external with things, you're right. It is messing up your healing, because now your ability to heal is resting in other people's reactions and thoughts and perceptions. Okay? And then she says next, I can only isolate myself and stay home all by myself. No, that's not your only option. It's the only option that you're giving yourself, which is very limiting. That's not your only option. That's not your only option. Okay. The next thing here, or the last sentence is, okay. So what she's saying here is, I can't even stand people anymore. And that's a phase survivors can go through in a healing process when they're just really coming to grips with the betrayal, because what I say oftentimes is often more than what meets the eyes. We start replaying the relationship as our eyes start to open, and we're beginning to see things for what it was, and it's so much more. And it's like, wow, like really, like you had to lie about all of that. You had to put on a mask with that. You had to play with my time and my emotions and my heart and my resources. You had to future fake me. You had to lead me all the way out into the deep end and try to walk off, lead me out on the deep end on a shallow boat, right? Kick me off the boat and paddle away with the life preserves. This is what the narcissist is basically doing. So that can make a person feel very bitter and resentful for, even having to experience it, because it's not pleasant. It's not kind. So, and then when someone says, I can't even stand people no more, this is more than one person. So this is typically something that's perpetual. Maybe many people, maybe she feels like many people in her life have dropped the ball, and that's obvious. Other people don't understand it. You put me through this stuff. Like I feel like none of you are reliable for me. None of you are helping to uplift me. And, it just makes me feel like you're all worthless. I can't even stand it. I can't trust you. I can't stand, it's just the list goes on. And it's usually a phase, because I went through the phase where I didn't want to be bothered with folk. I went through that phase myself. I really was. I was like, wow, like I've been so good to people. I've done this, I've done that. And all it's resulted in was lies, games, manipulations, and a lot of backstabbing, But that was like more of a woe is me victim mentality, because I was overextending myself to people, because I had weak boundaries, because I wasn't seeing my interactions and certain relationships with people for what it was. I was having a hard time seeing their agendas because I had my own. Even if my agenda was just to be loved by them, just to be accepted by them, just to have fun with them, even if it was very innocent on my end, me trying to force the issue, me trying to have that come to be, it made it hard for me to see where they were really coming from. And then even when they started acting disrespectful, they started doing things that they shouldn't be doing, I was not giving it the proper weights, because I wanted my agenda. I wanted my will. My desires were overpowering. I was trying to anyway, overpowering what it actually was. Okay. And this happens a lot for survivors. So, and it'll lead you to a place like this. I can't even stand people no more because I wanted too much from other people. I need to feel my own happiness. I need to feel my own peace. I need to stop overextending myself. I need to have proper boundaries. I need to learn how to see things for what they are. I need to follow these red flags. There were so many parts that I played in it that could have helped change my experiences with people and eliminated or severely minimize my experience with toxic people, right? But it's a phase, but as you do the shadow work and you just step into your strength, and that means taking accountability for your parts, not theirs, but yours, taking accountability for your parts and, having a bigger picture view of things. Okay, yeah, I've had some interactions or relationships with some toxic people, and you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. I've done it enough to the point where, I see where I was going wrong. I see the parts of myself that they were exploiting and exposing, and, I'm going to work on those parts of myself, and I'm going to be very conscious moving forward. Okay, guys? So, but it's a phase. It's a phase. And sometimes, we need to spend times with ourselves. So all of this stuff, like I can only isolate myself and stay at home by myself, becoming a hermit and purposefully running away from human interaction is one thing. And then it's another thing to say, you know what? I've been so externally focused. I've been so focused on other people and, bringing them into my mess and my situation and needing them for this and that. And I understand because we want to connect, and as we're healing, it's nice to be able to talk about, our developments and what we're feeling. It's nice to have someone that we can converse with. But this is, the good thing about therapy. So I do recommend that you consider getting some coaching with me, consider it. That'll be a great place for you to come and be able to really express yourself, And I've had sessions with people for hours and they were able to really just vent and get it off their chest with somebody who not only understood, but could help provide the healthy perspectives and solutions moving forward. So, that's better than trying to go to other toxic people or people who are in their ignorance about understanding this and trying and getting discouraged when they don't understand. Go to someone who does. You have some options. So I'm glad that you got led to this channel. I mean, nonetheless, there's plenty of videos here either way for you to continue to further your emotional maturity. But, judging off of this, you need some coaching. All survivors do. YouTube videos is a great form of therapy, and that's one aspect, but nothing tops or beats that one-on-one personal that you can get and that you have available to you on so many levels, all right? And make sure you hop over on the support group as well and extend yourself so that you can be around other people that do understand. You know, we do have a community here of narcissistic survivors, so it's okay if the people or your family and friends aren't going to be a part of that part, but you know, there's other people and we're all united and we all understand, and you're not going to have to break it down to the simplest common denominator with us. We've all been there and we've done that. So find those communities and you can start with my support group. Those links are below all the videos. Okay. So I highly recommend that for you. Okay. So I hope that, you know, this video reply gives you and other people who may be in this space something to think about here. You know, narcissistic abuse really is a spiritual attack. It's a spiritual attack, all right? So make sure you're nourishing your spirit, okay? Make sure you're nourishing that so that you not continue to get devalued. Devoured is the word that I really meant to say here, and swallowed by the bitterness and by the hurt and the pain that you're experiencing through the purge. You know, I keep calling that a purge because that's what it is. You know, it's almost like wringing a rag out that's full of water and you're twisting, you're trying to get, you know, that water off of the rag really good. You got to twist it pretty hard, right? And that's not the most comfortable feeling to have to go through that purge, but it's a necessary thing so that you can be redirected and you can be renewed, okay? But it gets better. It gets better, but you just have to go about things the right way, you know, and that's where therapy can help you. Like, well, you know, this is where you're going wrong. You can't be, you know, looking for those people to necessarily help you see the light. But at least you're coming onto this channel, you know, that's a good thing. So I hope that this helps you, young lady. And like I said, if you want to schedule that, coaching is down below in the link. All right. And anyone else that's in this space or any space and, you know, needing further clarification and seeing angles, some suggestions on moving forward, anything like that, I'm available. All right. So thank you guys for, of course, showing support as usual. Make sure you hit that like button. It helps push this content out there. And, you know, what I say at the end of all of my videos is, of course, to never give up on yourself. Continue to do the work, right? Keep doing that work. And until next time, guys, please take care.